everyone. Welcome. My name is Brenda La Stella, and I am a YogaFaith trainer. Today, we are going to focus on the breath, the lungs, the space of the lungs, and we're going to move through some twists today. Twists. That's a word. So we're going to get started out lying on our back in Shavasana. And I know that we usually end our practice with this, and we will do that as well. But bringing the right hand over the heart, left hand over the lower belly, close the eyes. And just let yourself relax down. Feel the breath in its natural state. Notice if there's, fidgeting in the body. Maybe wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers to get out any stagnant anxiousness. And then take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Check in. Is your chin perpendicular to the ceiling? Is your tailbone rounded up? Can you relax it down so where it's pointing toward the end of your mat? And you have a slight curve of your lumbar spine away from the mat. We don't press our spines down. The natural curve is up and away from the floor. Are your lower ribs making contact with your mat? Are your shoulders hunched forward, or are they relaxed down toward the mats, collarbones spread wide? Check in with your face, your jaw, let that relax. No fighting, no clenching within the body. And open the arms wide to a T. And I want you to mindfully guide the breath into the upper third, or that apex of your lungs. So you're gonna feel it up underneath the collarbone, into the shoulder. Take a nice deep breath, directing the breath into the upper portion of your lungs. Letting the chest expand, the shoulders drop down a little bit more. And if you need to take a hand and place it up over that upper part of the lung, around the collarbone, up around the side of the neck, breathe into and feel the lung inflate, especially at the top. And feel how it expands the rib space. Maybe you feel the head of the arm bone rest into the socket. Sometimes that breath can pop that shoulder joint into place. And then moving to the middle of our lungs. Maybe you take your hands up underneath your armpit on the sides of the ribs. You can cross your arms and feel the breath move outward, expanding that the middle space of the lungs. Keep breathing, Ujjayi breathing. Really feeling the lungs expand like a balloon. And then exhale slowly as you let the breath escape, deflating the lungs. One more, focusing on the middle space of the lungs. And then bring the hands just to the bottom of the ribs. And visualize your diaphragm moving down away from the shoulders, down toward your pelvis as you inhale into the bottom third of your lungs. The belly will expand and lift to give more room for that diaphragm to push down, to draw in the breath, and then slowly let the exhale happen. Keep breathing. Bring the arms to the sides, bend the knees, bring the feet to the floor. And you can rock the knees from side to side. Just bring the arms out to a T. We'll warm up this hip joints, and this also is twisting the spine ever so slightly. As your knees drop to one side, let the breath really expand into the opposite lung. So if your knees are dropping to the right, you're really feeling the breath move into the left lung. Dropping the knees to the left, really breathe into that right lung. Keeping the shoulder blades on the floor as you continue to move the legs from side to side. Jaw is soft. You can either keep your eyes closed or have a soft gaze. Do your best not to let your eyes wander. And then When you're ready, turn fully to one side, and on your inhale, lift yourself to seated. Hello. Coming to a comfortable seat, place the right foot either in front or on top. Sukhasana, Siddhasana, whichever is your preference. Aligning the spine over the framework of your pelvis, your sit bones, your sacrum. And from there, the spine rises using the lungs for the buoyancy of the lift of the body. Collarbones are wide. Breathe into the fullness of the lungs. Notice now, because you focused on the different areas of your lungs as you breathed, you are now full expansion. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Easy twist. Let me turn to the side. I want to make sure that you keep your spine aligned. You're twisting from the lungs. From the lungs. The lungs are moving toward the right. Left lung moving toward the right. Shoulder blades are down. Crown rising. Chin is level to the floor. Inhale, come back to center. Raise the arms. Exhale, twist to the left. Turning that right lung toward the left. It's just the upper body. Pull the belly in toward the spine. Inhale, come back to center. Raise the arms. Switch the cross of the legs. Bring the left leg in front. Exhale, twist to the right again. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Moving from the lungs. The lungs are rotating the heart toward the left. Inhale. Exhale, draw the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes. In Him, in Christ, we live and move and exist. And it is His Ruach breath, spirit breath, moving through us that makes us light and capable. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. And exhale, transition into tabletop. 3 cat-cows. Inhale, keeping the belly lifted as you move the chest forward. Exhale, round the back, moving the lung space up toward the back ribs. Inhale. Think about the lungs, the breath. Exhale. It is by the spirit breath that we are able to move into the space of twists. Twists are not easy. We know we need them. On your next exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Keep the heels lifted and swivel the hips, pedal out the feet. Keeping the shoulders on the shoulder blades on the back. Shoulders are in the sockets. Pressing through the whole of the hand so the base of the index finger is grounded down. Thumbs are grounded down. The tendency when you spin the the triceps in toward the body is to lift the inner part of the hand. Keep the inner part of the hand grounded. And then as you can sink the heels down, if your heels do not reach the floor, step your feet in a little bit. The goal is not about the goal is not maybe one day I'll be able to stretch further and my heels will reach, but ground yourself where you're at. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold. Moving from the space of the lungs. Inhale, let the lungs raise you up. Hands over the head, touching, drawing down on the exhale, hands to heart. Pause. Let's do 3 half salutations, moving with the breath from the lungs. Inhale. Exhale. Dropping the crown toward the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold. Feet are hip distance apart. Lift through the inner thighs. Inhale, lift from the lungs. Exhale, hands to heart. Continuing, inhale. The breath, then the movement. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and refold. Inhale. Rise all the way up. Lift the heart from the lung space. Exhale, hands to heart. Continuing, inhale. Exhale. Hold. Breath. Movement. Inhale. From the lungs. Exhale, refold. Move the inner thighs back in space. Inhale. Raise the arms up overhead, hands to heart. Pause. Close the eyes. Feel the balance between right and left. Right and left lung equally working together. The right and left foot, equal balance. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the left leg back. Drop the left knee down. Low lunge, raise the arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to plank. First plank. Take 2 breaths here. Moving the shoulder blades on the back, collarbones are wide. Inner thighs are lifting up. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Turn toward the left, slight turn. Toward the right, slight turn. Inhale. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. If you want to pedal out the feet again, swivel the hips. Feel for evenness between the right and the left. On the next exhale, step the left foot forward, drop the right knee, low lunge. Inhale, from the lungs, lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, step forward, lengthen, and fold. Inhale. Draw yourself up from the lungs, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Step the right foot back, right knee down, low lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Press the feet down. Tops of the feet are pressed down. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. On the next exhale, step the right foot forward, left knee down, low lunge. Exhale, touch the floor, bring the feet together, fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Continuing, inhale, dive forward, lengthen. Step the left foot down, back, right knee, left knee down, low lunge. Hands to heart. Twist toward the right from the lungs. You're going to feel a hugging of the inner thighs toward one another. Bring that left elbow to right knee. Tailbone is rooted. Spine is long. Lungs are full. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward on the exhale. Right knee down, low lunge. From the lungs, hands to heart. Tailbone is rooted. Twist from the lungs. Tailbone's rooted, crown is reaching away. Spine is long. Pull the belly in. Smile. On the next exhale, hands to the floor. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward. High lunge. Inhale. Strong, lifted, lungs are light, make you light. Hands to heart. If you need to come back to the knee for the twist, you're welcome to do so. Twist, hugging thighs toward one another. Left elbow to right knee. Tailbone's grounded, rooted. Lift that inner thigh of the back leg. Exhale, hands to the floor. Plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward. High lunge. Inhale. Tailbone's grounded, belly in, hands to heart. Twist. Right elbow, left knee. Again, you can repeat on your knee if necessary. Twist from the lungs. Exhale, hands to the floor. Plank, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward or left, depending on if you want to, where you are watching me from. Turn toward the side edge of your mat. So if you ended up not facing me and you want to see me, just go the other way. So slightly bend the knees. Blocks. We're going to use blocks. Blocks. So it really depends on your arm length for this, okay? You might, if you have shorter arms, bring them up. Bring them up. Lifting through. We're going to ground the feet. Lift up through the arches and through the inner thighs to spin the inner thighs back in space. You want your hands under the shoulder. So I'm going to come this way. My hands are not out here. They aren't here. They're here, underneath my shoulders. Okay? If you have more space, you can come to medium height or low height. And you're using the quadriceps, use the strength of the quadriceps to fold, pulling belly to spine. Inhale, lengthen. I'm going to move one block out of the way. I'm going to put my left hand on the block under my shoulder. I have issues. You want your arm is an extension from the collarbone and from the heart. Your arm is an extension from the center of your heart, not your face. I often hear, I love all my yoga teachers, my fellow yoga teachers, but the arm is an extension from the shoulder, from the heart, from the lung, not from the face. So you want your hand planted under the shoulder so you can twist, keeping the hips square, twist. You're twisting from the lungs. Hips aren't moving. Using the strength of the legs to keep everything stable so you can move from the lungs. If you want to bind, you can bind around and hold on to your left leg. If you want to take this even deeper, drag that shoulder blade, that left shoulder blade onto the back, onto the ribs, and then you can begin to fold and grab onto the outer ankle of the right leg, letting the crown drop toward the floor, if it's there for you. Breathe deep into those lungs. Bring the hand back to your block, untwist. And then you can use the same block. Place the right hand on the block. Again, making sure that your arm is an extension from the collarbone, from the shoulder, from the heart space to twist to the left. From the lungs. You can bind if it's there for you. Notice my head's not down. My head is in line with the spine. Fold. If it's there for you, you can fold. Holding the outer left ankle with that right hand. Breathing deep into the lungs. Quadriceps are hugging toward the muscles. And don't worry if your knees are more bent than mine. Embrace your own sense of flexibility today. Inhale. Come back to center. Both blocks underneath the hands and the shoulders. One more fold. Exhale. Empty the lungs. And make sure that you can bend the knees and you can really stamp down through the heel so you're not too far forward into the ball of the foot. So you don't feel like you're falling forward in this final deep forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. And if you are facing the side of your mat like we started, you can turn back to the front of your mat, step back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees and come through to sit. Bound angle pose. Come into Baddha Konasana. Pause, breathe. And then when you're ready, you can take a forward fold. Knees and elbows right to left, crown to tail is long. Lungs are full. Inhale, come up to seated. And let's lie on our backs one more time. And you can take the knees over, feet are on the floor, knees are bent. Rock the knees to the left, arms are out, extended out from the heart into a T. Bring the left foot on top of the right knee and begin to move the knee and the sit bone of that right side away from the shoulder. Really breathe into that right lung. Release. Come back to center, knees bent, feet on the floor, pause. And then let the knees fall over to the right, bringing the right foot on top of the left knee, turning in and bringing the sit bone and the knee away from that left shoulder. Left shoulder blade is rooted down on the mat. Breathe deep into that left lung. One more breath. Come back to center. Hug the knees in, bringing nose to knees. Inhale. Exhale. Spread yourself out. Shavasana. 1 minute. Let the jaw relax. Space between your brow relax. Let the tongue relax down. Let your eyes sink back deeper into the sockets. In Him, we live and move and exist. Ruach, spirit breath. If you would like to stay longer for Shavasana and rest a little longer, I invite you to stay and do so. But if you need to move on, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Wiggle the feet, the toes, the fingers. Circle out the wrists. Bend the knees. Bring feet to the floor. Roll to one side. Pause. Resting your head on your bicep. On your next inhale, press into your free hand and rise to seated, bringing hands to heart. Smile. Be grateful you showed up, you did the work. Be grateful for the empowerment you feel from that breath work. And be grateful for the twists that you took that I know are challenging. They're a challenge for me. Even if I do them regularly, they're a challenge. It tests the balance. And that's why we come to the lungs or spirit breath, because we know we can stay balanced through life with the Holy Spirit. God bless you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.